Hey, Bear Scamming at the Eugene Science Center, and we're doing an extension of our Tot Day. And today we're going to talk a little bit about buoyancy, which is whether or not something floats or not. Now, one thing that's in the water all the time are our little fish friends. Now, fish, if they were constantly sinking to the bottom, they need to swim really hard to stay afloat. But if they're always floating at the top, they'd have to swim really hard to get down past the surface. So how do they do it? What helps them out? Well, fish, they have a really cool thing inside of them that's called a swim bladder. And a swim bladder is basically a pouch that the fish can fill up with gas, air. And so if the fish's swim bladder is completely full of water, what happens to our fish? It sinks. But let's say that fish puts some air into its swim bladder. We're going to take a little bit of our water out and add a little bit of air. Now, our fish is going to be floating. And our fish friends can let in more air or let out air so that they can go up and down in the water. Now, there are other types of fish. Sometimes people don't even know they're fish. Sharks. Sharks are what we call cartilaginous fish, meaning they don't have bones. They have cartilage, which is the same stuff that's in your ear and in your nose. And instead of having that pocket of air, that swim bladder, they have really big, oily livers. And their livers are filled with oil, and oil is lighter than water. So it helps the shark float. See how so we've got a floating shark. Now, the rest of the shark is pretty heavy. So the shark still sinks even though it has that nice, buoyant, oily liver. So what the shark needs to do is it needs to be able to swim, to be able to go anywhere up that it needs to go, and then it'll slowly sink back down. And that's how our fish friends get around in the water. Thanks for visiting. Bye.